Hi boys and girls. I thought today would be a good day to read you a story. It's really rainy outside. And the story that I chose today is Detective Ted and the Case of the Missing Cookies. This story is written by Melanie Joyce and Mark Chambers. Now he is holding a spyglass, and I bet he's going to use that to try to solve the mystery. Let's find out. There was a mystery at Edward's house. At nighttime, someone was creeping about. They chewed on cookies and nibbled on books. They left holes in slippers and Edward's old socks. The culprits came in the dead of night when everyone was tucked in tight. There's one thing to do, Edward said. I'll have to be Detective Ted. I better hurry. There's not much time. I must follow the clues and solve this crime. Then Ted saw a shape, a shadow lurking in the hall. It moved across the carpet, past the clock, along the wall. He followed a trail of cookie crumbs that led along the floor. It passed the big potted plant and the blue bathroom door. It wasn't a thief or a burglar at all. It was Sid the hamster creeping down the hall. Then at the bottom of the stairs there was rustling and giggling, followed by pitter-patter noises and long pink tails wiggling. Suddenly the kitchen door closed with a click. Come on, said Detective Ted. We've got to catch them quick. Ted stood on a chair and opened the kitchen door. Come on, Sid, he said, and he grabbed him by the paw. The greedy rats gobbled all the Jell-O and ice cream. Then they rubbed their fat bellies and hatched the new scheme. We'll take all the swag, they said, away to our nest. Then we'll sneak back in later and steal the rest. Suddenly in the hallway there was a very loud bong, as the rattly old clock shook and struck one. Everyone jumped, even the rats. They looked around startled and said, What was that? Suddenly Detective Ted slipped and his wooden chair wobbled. Hold on, he said to Sid, but the chair rocked and toppled. In the kitchen, Ted slid and landed with a splat right in the middle of the bad burglar rats. I'm Detective Ted, he cried. You're under arrest. Hand over the loot and clean up this mess. The rats looked at each other. Then they looked back at Ted. They fell down laughing. And then they said, So, you think you're a detective? You're not very cool. Don't mess with us, Teddy. You look just like a fool. I'm not scared of you, said Ted, as he straightened his hat. You're stealing things that aren't yours. You're bad burglar rats. The rats stopped their laughing. They held up their paws. Then they flashed their long teeth and their sharp, scratchy claws. Oh dear, whispered Ted as he backed through the door. The rats crept toward him. Their shadows moved across the floor. Then something strange happened. It was amazing and weird. There was a gurgling sound and a monster appeared. It was covered in bristles and had a big feathery head. It rolled one massive eyeball, lurched forward, and said, Urgh. shrieked the rats. They dashed this way and that. Then they darted and dived through the swinging cat flap. They scrambled and scurried and ran up the path. Good riddance, cried Ted, and don't come back. Detective Ted smiled. Come out, Sid, he said. Sid chuckled and shook the feather duster off his head. Those rats were just cowards. They've run off. They fled. We make a great team, you and I, said Sid to Detective Ted. There was a mess to clean up they had to work on. Soon the morning would come and the night would be gone. So they untied the cat and turned off the lights. Then they all trudged upstairs and said good night. Soon Sid was snoring, and so was the cat. Edward took off his cloak and his old-fashioned hat. Just for tonight, there would be no more crime. That is until Detective Ted was needed next time. Goodbye. See you soon. Well, that was a cute story. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a great day. See you soon.